The writings of philosopher Prince Israel Zaar. Title: Apism. I now read, the anti-apist hoped the world could be better. Apist through apism. Thinking, A.T., implicitly or explicitly was passed down the apist, ideological, dualistic, reductive understanding of human phenomena, the deceptive scientific malpractice, DSM, of cruel conceived pseudosciencism, CCP, became the falsified empirical scientific fact, ESF, that abused, misused, and misappropriated the scientific method of the time. Wasn't these apist or racist theorists at work just to find a criminal mind, or the small brain, large brain of eugenics criminologist? That some are born criminals, the ape type, and others, born good and righteous or godly or with reason, would only commit a crime by error or through the influence of something else. Truth be told, from the greatest of inventors to philosophers or scientists, artists, popes, or the who is who of the apism creed, the believed they were the only humans and everybody else unlike them, or who doesn't think like them, look like them, speak like them, worshiped like them, or come from where they came from, wasn't or isn't part of them, and should therefore be discriminated upon. Anti-apist continue with a heavy heart. The missing link theory, MLT, gave birth to apism. Apist, later called racist, used science, laws, institutional power, religious power, cultural wealth to justify, solidify, and propagate this conspiracy of a philosophy of a chosen people called God Divine Creed, GDC, who see themselves as above humans, above the law, above civilization, above reproach, above condemnation, above God, above rules, and will act with impunity without consequence, for they have made themselves God. They are the God's men. They used the doctrine of discovery, natural selection, supremacist philosophies, supremacist ideologies, supremacist education, supremacist indoctrination, supremacist power, or supremacist weapons of mass distribution, SWMD, to intimidate, threaten, brutalize, hurt, punish, rape, abuse, or kill anything that stands their way, speaks the truth, or opposes them. The anti-racist refused to hold back these remarks. Discrimination, racism, sexism, or bigotry, DRSB, is the code of arms or code of honor to the apist cult. The great apist men, GAM, in the halls of power, intellect, wealth, art, philosophy, or royalty, conceived and decided how the world was to be made in their images in all fields of science, religion, culture, tradition, discoveries, inventions, innovations, creativity, imaginations, illusions, fictions, realities, conspiracies, propaganda, media, and even in the dystopian wonderland of movies, DWM. The apist agenda has ruled the world for so long, used for slavery, colonization, religious doctrines, wars, and for the cruelest of crimes, including the Holocaust. The apist agenda, gradually, after the American War of Independence, AWI, became a black and white manifestation, BWM, coded in the doctrine of the apist agenda, DAA, that black should represent anything that ape, metaphor, stands for, and white should represent everything the apist stood for. Accepting to be called black or white is invertedly accepting to be part of the apist agenda. In reality, there is no naturally white or naturally black person unless through the apist agenda lens, AAL, that ironically make non-apist or non-racist see themselves as white or black. Identifying yourself as white or black means you are consciously or unconsciously, intentionally or unintentionally, or implicitly or explicitly promoting the apist racial agenda, ARA. The anti-apist really had much to remind us of with regards to the supremacy construct. The supremacists believe in apism, that other humans are not humans but animals, not as a matter of science or good conscience, but a matter of fear, insecurity, intimidation, power, coercion, subordination, subjugation, domination, or control. This is what a cult of an apist agenda, CAA, is all about. Coercive domination and control, CDC, of others, unlike them. Remember, CIA equals CDC. Civilizations, religions, cultures, traditions, and educational systems are power and institutional structures that were designed or blessed and protected or propagated by the cults of apist agendas. Shall find it difficult, if not challenging, to adopt, adapt, or lead the Multilateralism New World Order, MNWO, which in its core is anti-CAA and anti-CDC, coercive domination and control. Those resisting multipolarity and multilateralism are mostly from the CAA. Members or students or benefactors or beneficiaries of cults of apist agendas. Apism denies the reciprocal or mutual respect and tolerance to the dignity and personhood of all humans. This is philosophical, not empirical. The wisdom of Zaarrianism. Philosopher Prince Israel Zaar, February 8, 2026. The background video is Trianglerism, Immersive Inventive Art. Hope you enjoy listening. Leave a comment and subscribe.